Howdy y'all, it's MZ with Third Eye Mind, Yoga and Meditation here in Rowlett, Texas. Right here on the banks of Lake Ray Hubbard, as you can see behind me. So today's Lunch and Learn, we are going to have a little fun today. We're going to do a little field trip, if you will. So we've decided today we're going to do a walking meditation. And so I guess let's first talk about what is a walking meditation. We talked about meditation a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, go back and give it a shot. Kind of an introduction to meditation a few weeks ago. It's also up on the YouTube channel, I believe. But meditation is more or less finding yourself in the present moment, within your body, where you are, no judgment, no, just curiosity. Too many times we get all frustrated, we get anxious, we get worried, and those are feelings, and those are valid feelings, completely valid feelings, but sometimes we need to find ways to be able to settle that down. And a walking meditation is a great way to settle down feelings of anxiety, feelings of worry, concern, anger. I mean, I don't know, too many emotions, grief, sorrow. All of these to me are excellent candidates for a walking meditation. So when you're feeling this stuff, especially if you're in a situation to where that you don't want to lose your cool, just take a break. Say, hey, I need to take a walk. I'll be back. And if folks don't understand that, you may not be with the right folks. Now, even if you're at work, or you need to take care of your mental health, folks. That's really what the main thing about this is. Too many people are getting burned out, getting stressed out, getting frustrated at the least little bit of things. I'm one of them. And everybody seems to be on a hair trigger these days. And so giving some space, giving yourself some space sometimes is a pretty wise option. And so that's where the meditation falls in, but sometimes you need to take it up to the next level. And for me, that's kind of what a walking meditation is. It's kind of what taking it to the next level. You're escaping the environment that seems to be keeping you in the loop of whatever emotional turmoil that you're feeling, and so you just need to get outside. And outside's a great place. Now, you can do these anywhere. You can do them at the malls. You can do them at enclosed spaces. We searched up a couple of walking paths here in Rowlett, and this one's just across the street from the studio, so it's perfect, and it's right along the lake, which is also perfect. So just a couple of tips. It is a pretty hot day. The sun is high in the sky. Well, I should say it's coming down. It's a little after 5. So it's an afternoon walk. I do look like I've got some shade ahead of me, but right now I'm not shaded, but you see I got my hat on. So a couple of tips if you're gonna do walking. Try to pick the cool of the day, but if it's just got to get out and got to walk, grab at least a water, okay? I got my water here. I got it in my pocket. I had a sip before I turned the thing on. But just check in. Part of this meditation, we're going to do a little body scan. But having that water handy, know your trail. That would be another one. Know how long the trail is. Find out how long it's going to take to go to the end. Does it circle back? Is it a straight line and then back? You need to find that kind of stuff out if you're going to do a trail walk. If you're just going to walk your neighborhood, you already should know your neighborhood, so that's not a big deal. So one other thing is, if you're going to do in like a trail kind of situation, especially out in the woods, make sure somebody knows where you're at, right? It's very safe, or it's good to be safe these days, and make sure that we all got phones and stuff, but trail like this, I may want to go wander down at the edge there, and could slip. I don't have my vest on, and that's troublesome, right? So that's not what we want to do here. This isn't really an exploration walk. even though you can find things that might catch your eye. But we're not really trying to get into an adventure here. We're really trying to just calm ourselves down. So let's begin. So I'm walking now. I'm stepping into some shaded trees. I hear some bugs. I hear some birds. So I'm going to stop here for a second. And this is kind of how I like to start them, is just really kind of feeling the place out. So, you know, feet are planted. Might even close my eyes just to kind of get an auditory vibe of the place. What kind of things I'm hearing. Might do a quick little scan through the body, just see if there's any soreness, how the feet feeling. Give the toes a wiggle, kind of really flex them down and then relax them. Start feeling yourself grounded into the earth that's supporting you. In my case, I'm standing on concrete, which is supported by the earth underneath it. I'm just checking up through the ankles, to the knees, how your knees feeling. Gonna need them for this little walk. Checking up to the hips, lower back and up to the shoulders, and then maybe just giving the head a little circle one way and circle the other, checking on the neck. All right, so we're gonna start walking. And again, as a meditative practice, let's keep it inside for right now, meaning let's not be too focused about what's going on around us. I mean, we want to be watching, and we don't want to be bumping into things. But as far as let's start with the feet. How do the feet feel as you're walking? You're stepping with the right, and then a left, and then a right, and then a left. The very act of walking, how's that feeling on your feet? The shoes, maybe new shoes. I'm wearing some new shoes. So my feet they're kind of moving a little bit that I'm not used to. So I want to keep that in mind, you know, if your shoes are causing your feet some issues on the walk. Nothing to be concerned about right now, but if it's a long walk, you want to make sure you've got good walking shoes. So continuing on, check on the ankles, see how they're feeling. Our feet do a lot of work, man. They carry us all over this place, everywhere we go. And even those folks that have difficulties with walking and whatnot, their feet are very important to their body. So as we're walking back up, we're working our way back up, checking on the knees. So yeah, we're knees. As we lift the leg up and it kind of slings forward, how's that hinge at the knee looking? How's it feeling, more or less? More importantly, how is it feeling? Do you feel like there are any kind of sensations going on there as you continue scanning up? Checking on the hips. Again, we're moving the legs, a lot of movement here. One foot up, foot down, another foot up, foot down. Moving in a forward manner. Check on your pace. You seem to be moving pretty quick. You might slow it down a little bit, just so you don't run out of breath or run out of leg room. Continuing on, just checking if there's any other sensations that may be going on as you're walking. Keeping your eyes ahead, paying attention to where you're going, but still being more interested in how the sensations of your body as each step connects you to the earth. As your forward momentum, you might feel a breeze blowing against your cheeks. You might feel as you're walking under a tree, a little drop of dew or something that falls off. We had some rain here recently. There'll definitely be some of that around here. So any of those sensations, extra outside sensations, start noticing those. If there's any, like maybe the movement of my bottle that's in my pocket, as I'm stepping, it's kind of bouncing, getting a little sensation on my leg. Again, it's not bad, just notice it. That's all we're doing. Keeping ourselves in the moment. Our mind may be trying to throw all kinds of different, like maybe what we were walking away from. But go back to the body, ground yourself in the activity of walking, continuing up my path here. Got a little incline, so I'm starting to notice as my sensations, I'm noting my heart rate is going up a little bit. My breath rate's going up a little bit. And so when we notice those things, you might want to capture the breath. If you start to kind of heaving, just slow your pace down. Draw in those inhales through your nose. Take a nice big exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Big sigh, exhale. Excellent. Man, there's brilliant clouds up here in front of me. Let me get back to my meditation. And that's what meditation's all about, y'all. That was it. Did you notice that? I stepped out for a minute. I started noticing the clouds. My thoughts started going different directions, and I just brought it right back. Now I'm back to walking. How are the feet feeling? How are the legs doing? Been walking for a few. So now start exploring the outside. Just again, maybe starting with the wind blowing across your cheeks. Notice maybe a little bug. I got a little dragonfly that's flying along with me in front of me. He's a busy guy. Got a lot going on. Maybe notice the concrete path that you're on, or it may be a dirt path, or it may be carpet, maybe indoors, wherever you are. Just notice what it is that you're stepping on. Is it soft and cushiony, or is it hard and firm? Got some folks having some fun in the water. And then we're back to meditation. See, that's really as simple as it is. When those thoughts or distractions pop up, you just bring yourself right back. You notice it, recognize it. That is curious, and then move back. So we're back to looking and noticing in our immediate area, the path that we're walking, maybe grass, maybe shrubberies like mine, trees and stuff. Now start noticing the sounds. I'm hearing some cricket. Here comes a car. Sometimes you can tell the size of the car by the sound of the wheels, yeah? If it's a big truck or if it's a tiny car. Oh, there's ducks over there. See? Distraction. And then I'm back. See if I can hear any birds. Speaking of ducks. I hear another bug. Oh, there's the ducks calling. See? You called them out, right? And so if I was on my phone, if I had my headphones on, I'd miss all of that. I wouldn't hear the ducks quacking, right? And to me, that is music. That's nature's music right there, y'all. This symphony that I'm hearing around me now it's really starting to jump out. I'm hearing crickets, I'm hearing locusts, I'm hearing ducks. I'm hearing cars. I'm hearing my steps. Think about that. What's the pace of your steps? Maybe start noticing the inhales and exhales. Maybe inhale for 2 steps and then exhale for 2 steps. Oh, there's a rabbit, y'all. Hey, bunny. You're awesome. Have a great day, Mr. Cottontail. See, y'all? That's nature right there in front of you. That wasn't no fake AI. That wasn't no made-up nonsense. That was real. And you could be doing the same thing. Seeing real little critters running around the path. You ain't got to mess with them. You ain't got to go trying to get a picture of them. That's what meditation's about. It ain't got to be for nobody else but you. Did you hear that? No need to take a picture. You saw the bunny on your own. The only reason I showed it is just because it was a cool little spot for the video. But when you're walking around doing these things, pulling the phone out isn't necessarily necessary, if I shall use a redundancy in my rendition. So yeah, it's not always necessary to pull out the phones and capture whatever it is you saw. Now there's a bird over there hanging out with you. And so I'm back to meditating. I'm back to walking, checking on my steps. Inhale 2 steps, exhale 2 steps. Now out of the nose. Let's do inhales and outhales, exhales through the nose. Just following the breath as it's coming in. Noticing the beat of the feet. Going back to your sounds maybe and visually looking a little bit wider. Got some beautiful trees coming up. Some beautiful bass in the car driving by. Hear the rev of another engine. Maybe a motorboat. See if we can hear any fish jumping. Nah, probably not with that jet ski coming, but who knows? It might scare them up. Now check back in with the feet. Bring it back internal. How are the shoes feeling now that you've been walking a little bit? They've probably adjusted a little. Feet may be feeling not sore, but might maybe even feel kind of nice and worked in. Depends on how much you walk. If you're a big walker, long walks, things like that, yeah, you're probably just getting broke in. If all you do is go from the car to the house, you may be ready to cash it in about now. Now, I did turn around and started my way back, so that's that was my midpoint. Your midpoint may be different. Think about that, right? It's whatever your limitations are, and some of those limitations are real, but there are some that we put on ourselves. Sometimes we limit the possibilities, and it may not even be on purpose, and it may be not even on us. It could just be because that's the way we were told when we were growing up. But whatever it is, you are in a position as an adult to make your own choices within the parameters of your situation, of course. And I'm back to meditating. Checking in on my knees. Knees are feeling really good. I haven't had knee issues in a minute, but I have had my fair share of them. It's not a fun thing. Walking is good for them, though. I'm not as big a fan of the treadmill, but I know if that's all you've got and that's all you can do. But me, it's about getting out in nature, especially for a walking meditation. I got to be in nature. I can't necessarily do a walking meditation on a machine. It's just not got the same vibe for me. Maybe for you. Not judging. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Meditating is definitely one of those that you must personalize, or else you'll never succeed in. Checking in on the hips. Give them a little wiggle. Beautiful lake, man. What a beautiful day. We had a bunch of rain past couple of days, so now we got these gorgeous clouds up here. Let's see, how long have we been going? All right, so I'm gonna find this shady spot over here, and then we're gonna do our, what you would consider like your Shavasana, but in this case, we're just gonna sit, let our legs settle for a moment, think about the things we might have seen or how the walk went. Making some mental notes about your takeaways from this meditation. Yeah, there's a nice bench right up there. Checking in on the neck and shoulders, arms. People walk different. Some people swing their arms, some people don't. However you do, as long as it's comfortable and it helps you moving forward, it should be good. Yeah, man, it's a sweaty one out here. You can tell. All right, so here's me a little bench. We're gonna sit down and do our last little bit. Thanks for joining me on this little walking meditation. I hope you had a good time. All right, excellent, man. So we did a great job today. Whatever it is that you walked away from, I promise you, it's unless it was a nuclear bomb that went off, and sometimes they feel like it, but it's going to be there when you get back. The walking meditation gives you a chance to cool off, gives you a chance to, and again, cool off meaning the temperature is not that cool, but our emotions need to cool, right? So the walking meditation takes you out of the fight that's about to happen. And even though you may think about it, oh, well, it's me running away, in a way it is, but it's also you giving yourself the space so that you can process the thoughts that are in your head better. We all have these thoughts going nonstop in our head. A lot of them are the same over and over. I'll let you be the judge of that. But think about that. How many of your thoughts are repetitive thoughts that you think the same thoughts every day? What if you threw some new thoughts in there? What if you threw in some stuff that is a little outside of your normal way of thinking? You just start out small. Questioning why we do things, especially repetitive things in our lives. It's always good to check in on that. What is it exactly? Why am I doing it that way? Is it still benefiting me? If not? Now, again, these may seem like pretty deep questions, but that's honestly where meditation comes in. When you can get rid of the small questions, those little bitty repetitive thoughts, once we can get rid of those, we can create space for these bigger questions. Like, what should I be doing with my life? Yeah. Think on it. But if you're being bombarded by constant frustration, constant worry, constant anxiety, you'll never have the space. And you'll be kind of trapped in the loop. So meditation helps us to recognize that sometimes we are in a loop. Sometimes we're in a pattern. Nothing bad about that. Some patterns are good. If you ever play Pac-Man, if you know the pattern, you can kick that game's ass. And that's cool. If you don't know the pattern, you get yourself in frustration. And that's not cool. So there are good patterns. But sometimes we notice, well, I feel bad after I do that. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. That's all. If you give yourself just that little nudge, who knows what'll happen. All right, we're gonna settle for just a second. You can close your eyes if you want, wherever you're at. Hopefully if you're driving, don't close your eyes. But just close the eyes for a moment. Just start focusing on the breath. Feet are planted. I'm seated. You could be cross-legged. You could be sitting on a chair, sitting on the ground, but I'm sitting on a bench. Check in on the feet, how they're doing now that they're settled. Maybe give the toes a little flex. Then relax them. You might even, if you're feeling a little stiff or sore, you might do a little stretch. Totally up to you. We'll leave that to you after the closing. Noticing the breath. If after walking and sitting here for a few minutes now, if it started to settle. If not, take control of the breath and start bringing those inhales through your nose to do 3 of them, I say. Nice big sigh, exhale through the mouth. Maybe adjust yourself, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. All right, gently opening your eyes. Looking around a little bit, readjusting yourself to your surroundings. I hope this was an enjoyable session for you, my friend. I know it was for me. I'm still thinking about that cool bunny I saw. That was really cool. And the ducks. Love the ducks. So go out there, have yourself a walking meditation, my friends. You don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be worried. Sometimes you can just want to go out there and enjoy nature. But definitely, if you do have some of those strong feelings and need a tool in your toolbox, a walking meditation is a great one. All right, this has been Michael at Third Eye Mind, Yoga and Meditation Studio, Rowlett, Texas. Check us out at 3rdi.space. That's thirdeye.space. You can look that up on your browser of choice. It'll take you right to our schedule and you can book yourself a class. Right now we do have our full moon session coming up in September, this Sunday. So definitely check that out. We have those every month. There's a banner on the website whenever you click on it. It'll take you right to the registration. Thanks a lot again for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope the rest of your week is fabulous. And if you did like anything, or if you did learn anything or like what we said, give us a like. If you think there's anybody else that might enjoy it, give them a share. And if you want to see some more of this, hit that subscribe. Thanks a lot, y'all. This is Michael, Third Eye Mind. Namaste.